Welcome to Everything Currency. This is a show where we talk about everything crypto and mo. I'm your host, Jay, and today I got a very special video for you guys. We actually got a special guest on the show today, another crypto YouTuber similar to myself. This guy is top notch. I watch his video all the time. We got Everything Altcoin. What's up with you, brother?
What's good, man? How you living?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good. Excited to be here.
For sure, man. I appreciate you for coming on the channel. We've been supposed to get this video going for a long time, but everybody's busy. Everybody got their own lives and stuff. So I'm excited to finally get this thing going. So for everybody who hasn't seen your channel, can you tell us a little bit about yourself? How long you've been in crypto? And tell us a little bit about the Everything Altcoin channel.
All right. So the cliche term, everybody's been here for a long time now. I've been here 2016. I really wasn't trading. I just was on the sideline, just watching everything.
Mm-hmm.
I seen Bitcoin go up to like 10K. Then from there on, I was just like trying to figure out what's good with Bitcoin because I wasn't about to buy a full Bitcoin. So around that time, I was just studying a little bit. I think I bought some like shit coins back in the day. I forgot what it was called, XP coin. You have some other things that I was getting into. This was like ICO days too.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I was definitely getting into like some wild coins.
Yeah.
What was the privacy coin? I forget the privacy coin name too.
Monero or Dash?
Not that one. The one that ended up partnering with Pornhub or something like that. I forget its name.
Verge.
Yeah.
I was big fan. I remember
that. Big fan.
Yeah.
After that, when I seen that go down, I took a little break, sold everything I had. I was loving VeChain around that time. So let's say like 2019, when the crash happened, I really just got right back into crypto. So towards the end of 2019, that's when I decided I'll start my channel. And I only like altcoins. I really didn't like Bitcoin that much because one, I didn't want to. I figured if Bitcoin 2x and I put like $100 in it, it's only going to turn out to $200.
Right.
So I figured out a bunch of altcoins I would like. And I started to grow the channel just by talking about a bunch of Polkadot coins, and people started to love that. Then I started bringing more like altcoins that I would talk about. And then Metaverse got picked up. So now we're like in 2021. The channel just started booming. I don't know how, but like from like 1,000 subscribers, I think I went to like 5,000 to like 7,000. Now I'm like 9,000 and some change. So that's pretty much my journey around crypto right now.
Nice. So out of all the altcoins you talked about, what's like, say like one or two coins that I know in the bull market things went crazy, but what are like one or two coins that just took off for you, that just did really well, that
took off for me?
Yeah, that you had fun, something you had fun holding.
So I don't know if you know, I have like a Patreon and I got like connections with a few VCs. We got into a bunch of private sales. The biggest private sale we got into was Blocktopia. I don't know if you know about that one, the Metaverse. We got into that private sale, and that thing just went insane. People was loving that. Right now, I think we only gotten like third batch of the project. That's how crazy it went, and people was just satisfied off of that. Then I was airdrop RMRK because I bought the canaries on Polkadot. So we got that at like, I don't even know, $2 or something.
Yeah.
Airdropped it. From that went up to like 60 something dollars. And I had bought on top of that. And that was like probably like my second biggest holding behind Moon River. I'm pretty big into Polkadot. So I was loving like the whole Polkadot ecosystem. Right now, I'm just holding on to RMRK, Moon River. Those are my big ones. And I always see you talk about Luxo.
Yeah.
That's something that's something I started paying attention to because I created my own like NFT brand all around fashion. And then, Luxo is bringing basically fashion to the blockchain and stuff like that. So I started loving it a little bit more.
Yeah, definitely. Luxo is a good one. Yeah, for fashion in the future, Metaverse, and a lot of stuff going on at Luxo. Yeah.
I even try to catch Ami. That's what you call it, right?
Yeah, Omi.
Yeah, Omi. I tried to catch Vivi when you guys was talking about it. I didn't like GoChain. So I waited for it. I waited for them to port over to Ethereum with their wrap Omi token. I traded that a little bit, and that was pretty fun.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I know when that OMI drop on Uniswap was super crazy. Like that price went super crazy that day.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
People was waiting for that because a lot of people don't like GoChain, and there's nothing really going on GoChain.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I was like, I liked GoChain because OMI was on GoChain, and then I kind of seen them talking about it, and then I was like, you know what, let me do some research on GoChain. And I was like, they haven't really been doing much. And then sure enough, OMI's like, oh, we're moving over. So yeah, I got rid of my GoChain bags.
Facts.
Real quick. So what are you doing now? In the bear market, prices are going down. I know you said you're a holder, you're just a hodler. So, what's your strategy like going forward right now?
Going forward in the bear market right now, we in my Discord, we all just talk about different like cryptocurrencies, but I've been like holding on to my Blocktopia, holding on to RMRK, Moon River, even Moonbeam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to consolidate the portfolio a little bit to at least 10, maybe 8 projects that I really feel like I like the most. So I just
hard to do right there.
Exactly, and my list keeps growing. I just keep looking at it, especially the ones I'm in a bunch of private sales, and I can't like get rid of all of them. Mm-hmm. So like I have things like Sidious, still holding a little bit of Scallop, Meta Token, MetaMall, which was my biggest loss to this day so far. Mm-hmm. And games is a bunch of Metaverse projects that I still hold. Mm-hmm. Hoping that in 2024 maybe Metaverse to become the next thing and just explode.
Okay, so that you're feeling like Metaverse is one of the narratives to still come back around and still have some moving forward.
I believe that, especially Blocktopia, as I seen like all the big crypto companies are like building their headquarters in there. Mm-hmm. You got Binance in there, you got Kucoin in there, other notable names that's building their headquarters, and they're doing their land sales as of right now. So that's something I'm just keep DCing into those projects. I feel like it's going to be solid.
Okay. Yeah, you should definitely take a look at OMI then, because they have a little metaverse coming out too.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, with the art, it's called the VVverse, and they have and all the NFTs are already in AR, and then the big thing over there is the IPs, the brands that they have on board is pretty huge.
Yeah.
But I know Blocktopia is another good one, and RMRK is one that I talked about on the channel a little bit too, and that one was definitely looking real nice doing that.
Make a bunch of videos on RMRK. Everdome is a sleeper one.
What's Everdome for the people on my channel who don't know? Like the people on these are all new projects to me, so I'm not sure if they even heard about a lot of these projects.
So Hero, I don't know if you know about MetaHero.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know about MetaHero.
So about scanning items and bringing them over to the metaverse.
Yeah,
they launched essentially their metaverse project, which was called Everdome, and that's basically the next metaverse that they're working with. And I had covered MetaHero a long time ago, way under like a penny, and I think it exploded to like 20 cents or something like that. And then I just got the hype going for Everdome, and then I'm also focusing on some low key layer ones. Like Moon River, Moonbeam, Astar, and then there's a few, one more blockchain that's actually supposed to come out. I forget its name, but we got into the private sale of that. So I like some layer ones that I'm going to be looking at, especially if they end up falling below 500 million. I'm definitely going to be looking at those layer ones.
So I already know like somebody's going to ask me as soon as they see this video, like, can you explain, I don't know, you don't have to release too much information, but if somebody wanted to get involved with like a private sale, like what's the process? Like if somebody's watching this and they're like, you know what, I want to try to check out some of these private sales.
Actually, it's like you got to know people to actually get into some of these, to their groups, because it's pretty hard to just get into their group, especially if you're not like connected or something and they don't know you. You got to build up the connections. I pretty much got lucky through like the YouTube channel. I was able to like get in contact with like maybe 4 VCs and became close partners with them. I even made some videos for their projects that they was getting into. So that's pretty much it. And then through my Patreon, I essentially gave people access to private sales through me essentially. So they will invest their private sales with me through my Patreon, and that became like a VC for us.
Oh, okay. Is that a service that you still offer?
Yeah, but it's pretty slow as of right now because a lot of projects aren't really coming out. I just had like 2 projects hit me up. I'm in contact with right now, and I'm looking to try to get into their private sale. So people in my Patreon are probably gonna be looking forward to that.
Oh, okay. So what's like when you're looking through projects, what are some of the things, like what's the first like 2 or 3 things you look at when you're looking at a new project and you're scoping for, something to maybe even a private sale or even just going through the market? I know we're all, at least me, I'm scanning this market for sure. And do you look at tokenomics? You look at, just overall what it's building? Do you look at the team? Like what are some of the top, like maybe like the top 2 things that you look for?
I feel like a lot of people say look at the team, but they don't know the people in this industry.
Right.
So we don't know who's connected to who. So I really essentially look at their partners, and if I see someone that I'm pretty sure it's like a big name, like Animoco Brands has been something when we've been looking at private sales, we've been looking for Animoco Brands.
Yeah, I look for them too. That's
exactly. So when you look for Animoco Brands, you can just follow them and see, because most of their projects do okay. Especially now you're in a bear market, so a lot of your projects are not going to be doing good, and everybody's going to be saying a lot of projects not doing good. But if you follow a company like Animoco Brands, you'll have a good track record getting into a bunch of projects that they're getting into. Even if you don't get into their private sales and you get into like, if you're able to just snipe it at the right price, I think you're good.
Right.
And then you got to look at advisors like, the people that shield the most, honestly.
Really? When it comes to advisors?
Yeah, we know most of the people don't know much about the technology, so we're not going to say we're investing because of the technology. They want to make money, so you got people like BitBoy I forget the other guy's name. These bigger YouTubers that if you see them as an advisor, you can follow steps with them. Crypto banter and all of that. Those are just little things I've been doing.
Yeah, and I mean, me too. And those strategies absolutely work because
they make you money, especially if you don't get in at the private sale prices and you just find them at the ground floor, close to the ground floor, and a BitBoy Crypto starts talking about it. It's going to take like a week and it's going to explode a little bit, and you just got to find a way to get out at the right time and get back in.
Yeah, for sure. So you being a holder, you actually advise taking profit?
Oh, yes. Especially during this bear market, not this bear market, but this cycle right here. I learned a lot. We had some people made 6 figures off of Blocktopia, and we couldn't get all the profits out because, we still in the private sales. But they will sell on the way down. My biggest mistake was not even selling RMRK when it was around like $50 or so. Moon River when it was up there as well. So like, I feel like you could be a hodler, but you got to know when to take profits. Take at least about 75% of the profit, wait for it to come down, and then scale right back in. It's easy.
Exactly. And that's basically what I've been talking about on my channel, and basically what I did with it a lot, and
the best time to hodl was in a bear market. In a bull market, that's when you make the most money. So you got to take the profits.
Yeah. So the best time to like scoop it up and DCA and to be buying is right now when there's blood in the streets, like that's saying.
And no one likes to hear that part.
No one likes to hear that part. Like a lot of people, kind of step away from the market at this time. And I always say, like, for me, and I know for you too, because you just told me, like, this is the time where we learn the most. We start figuring out, okay, why does some of this stuff happen? We start figuring out, okay, what to look for in these coins. We start like, because you could actually see, you start to see like, oh, okay, that project had a lot of hype. That project had a good idea, but then they died. Okay, why did they die? All right, I could learn from that. I could go and look at, you start paying attention to certain VCs. If you see like Paradigm and certain people on a, you're like, okay, they probably got some funding. They can pay for some marketing. They can pay for BitBoy or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And the easiest thing sometimes really is to just pick an ecosystem and stick into it. That could be like Cardano. The Cardano ecosystem will always be around. The narrative for Cardano is going to be something that's going to pop up again. Same with Polkadot, right? Finance Smart Chain. Once you figure out these ecosystems, you just find like things like oracles, insurances, play to earn, metaverses, and then you just try to just DCA into it as of right now, and wait for their narrative to come around.
Right. That's actually pretty good advice right there. Because you could get, like for me, when I was in the bull market, I just stopped. I was looking at coins and I was like, look, there's too many coins. You got Cardano ecosystem, you got Moon River has its own ecosystem, Kusama, Polkadot, everybody's like, and everything is everywhere, exactly. So it's like,
low key, that also hurt me too. I spread myself a little bit too thin because I was trying to dibble and dabble here, dibble and dabble there, see which one could give me a 10x really quick and get out of that, and then just move on.
Yeah, for sure. So have you taken a look at OPT yet? That's the Oregon Trail parachain token.
Oh yeah, I told you. Well, I didn't tell you. Sorry, I made a video of it recently.
Oh, okay, yeah. Hey, I think I saw that video.
Origin Trail was a coin I was also like fond of back like 2018 or so.
Yeah.
Right. It was in the supply chain narrative with VeChain and things like that. But I ended up picking like VeChain, and in VeChain it was like it wasn't moving as much as I expected it to move.
Yeah.
And I just backed off of VeChain, and I was watching Origin Trail for a little bit. And then once I saw that they was going to announce they was going for a parachain, I was like, "Oh, you coming into my ecosystem now?"
Yeah.
Now I have to really pay attention.
Yeah, when I saw that they were even partnering with like Singularity on some things. Not Singularity. What's the Polkadot team? I don't know why I'm drawing a blank right now.
Which Polkadot team?
I mean, just the main Substrate, when they were partnering with Substrate. Yeah. They were partnering with some developers from Substrate. I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely going in a good direction.
And it's pretty cheap right now. Looking at it now, I still got it on my list right now. See, that's what I mean. This list is very long.
Yeah.
Where is it at? Origin Trail. Right now is at a $66 million market cap. And that to me is very, very, very low for the
very, very low. Yeah, definitely. I still keep thinking like, Origin Trail should definitely be kind of up there with at least with the VeChain.
I feel like Origin Trail, like when you look at the supply chain like industry for cryptocurrency, I feel like that's going to take a little bit more time because you need blockchain to really get off. And Origin Trail and VeChain, since they're like in the supply chain industry, they're going to take their time. And then once supply chain picks up, I feel like Origin Trail would definitely pick up. Yeah,
definitely. I could definitely see that, especially, these companies are barely finding out like what the benefits of having their supply chain, on Origin Trail. And then, the partnerships with BSI and all that stuff is definitely barely starting to roll out.
And these are the companies that aren't marketing as much. They just working in the background.
Right.
Those are the projects that you really need to follow.
For the long term, definitely projects like that for the long term. Because the thing about having projects with a lot of hype for me is like, it's cool. They get all these, people to jump in and they pump that price real quick, right? But it's like, if you don't take profit in time, when that hype dies down, you better hope that project actually has something to be hype about later on.
That happened a lot during this bull run.
Mm-hmm. That happened to me in the first ever bull run that I was in back in 2017. Like I was in ETN was actually the first project that I ever bought.
ETN, I remember that. I downloaded the app.
Yeah, first crypto I ever bought, got into the ICO. And man, it was the first crypto I bought, and I was breaking all the rules. I was just in love with this coin. I was in love with this team. I ain't know nothing about the team. I was just like, yo, they're marketers, they're smart, not knowing that like, hey, maybe a team in the crypto space should be crypto developers and not marketers.
Exactly.
So there were certain things I wasn't paying attention to, and held that thing, went for a 10x, which was nice, and then held that thing all the way down into, I still have that token actually, to be honest with you. Like, well, now it has sentimental value because it's my first crypto, but definitely a lesson learned about, how to pick a cryptocurrency, because it wasn't until the product actually dropped then I said, hey, you know what? This token doesn't have a use case right now. They need to create some type of demand for this token, or else who's going to buy it? They're just giving it away for free, so that's when it kind of woke me up, and then I started stepping up my research game on all these cryptos and finding tokens that actually would be useful.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like me. I don't know if you remember T-Food.
T-Food?
Yeah.
No, I never heard of that.
They changed their whole like name to like Tone now. The ticker symbol is Tone.
Okay.
I think that was like one of my first first videos on YouTube talking about Tfue. I was in love with them. This is another supply industry, supply chain cryptocurrency. They're also working in the background, but not much excitement coming from them. So it's like very hard to just keep holding out hope for them.
Yeah. They're doing like the food supply chains.
Exactly. They have like a bunch of things in like Singapore, things like that. You can't even find a true community for them. Like it's hard to find like a good community for them.
Yeah. That's interesting. That's crazy. Everybody has their first one, huh?
Exactly. That's how we all get started into crypto.
Yeah. That's how we all get started. You know, you got to make some mistakes and then you got to, just get better.
Exactly. You just got to build that. You got to build the capital and have enough capital to allow you to make some mistakes, but not a lot of mistakes to fully destroy you. Because you could build it up like within right now, we got 2 more years maybe to the next bull run. Let's say at the end of 2024 or to 2025. You work your ass off, whatever 9-to-5 job you got, DCA into at least 2 good cryptos that you believe will be around in 2024 and 2025. And I'm pretty sure, like, you got people that told you about Matic. Matic was very, very low. They was in competition with what's that other layer 1.5 stake?
Yeah, XDAI.
Exactly. They didn't take off. A lot of people followed them because of Chico crypto and stuff like
that. That's crazy. I was actually that was me. I liked XDAI over Matic, and then Matic just kind of took off. And I'm not gonna lie, like Chico crypto kind of had me more. I was like, okay, yeah, kind of reiterating what I was thinking about XDAI, but
no one was really talking about Polygon.
Yeah, nobody.
But then now you started to see on Twitter a bunch of people made crazy amount of money off of Polygon. Same with Cardano. People are still waiting out for XRP though.
Yeah. Are you an XRP holder?
Nah.
I was gonna say, how you feel about it?
I'll probably jump in a little bit later. It depends on how this like lawsuit stuff works out.
Yeah, for sure. That's
like XRP and Stellar right now. You got to figure out which one is going to be the best. And if XRP wins, that potentially changes everything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely will change everything for XRP if they win. So you said you see this bull market probably this bear market probably lasting around what you said, like 2 more years, maybe 3 more years. You think around next halving?
Yeah, end of 2024. Essentially, as of right now, like we in unprecedented times.
Yeah.
We got the recession. It's not fully. People haven't really said it was the recession, but people already kind of know it's the recession.
Right.
Supply chain issues. Towards the end of the bull run here. So this is something that a lot of people can't even chart. But you got people saying that potentially at the end of this quarter, Bitcoin will probably go up.
Yeah.
And then some people are saying at the end of 2024, Bitcoin will go up. I stand by, the 4-year cycle as of right now. But if it does go up, I'll be prepared for it to go up at the end of this quarter, at the end of this year. You just got to find a way to position yourself really. If you feel strongly about it going up at the end of this year, you should position yourself right now, or you can wait a little bit, wait till we kind of see, maybe let's say we go below 15K, because Richard Hart has been saying we're going to see Bitcoin at 12K again. Around there, you can start DCAing in.
Yeah.
And then just wait for the next happening.
Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good strategy for sure. That's kind of how my strategy is. My DCA is based on like the price right now. Cause I always want a DCA, I always want, like, the price is going down. I always want to have more crypto. Cause like, hey, some people are saying end of the quarter. Some people are saying, 5 years. Some people are saying never. Some people are saying 2 weeks. So we don't really actually know until we know.
Exactly.
So right now it's just, I definitely will wait until we got like a confirmed kind of uptrend going on. We can feel the momentum shift by this time, and then I'll up my DCA as we start to see that little curve in the charts and everything.
Yep. And this is also like the worst time to be kind of like a crypto YouTuber. You get the most hate.
Yeah.
The amount of views, the most hate.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, this coin sucks. not realizing that the entire market is down. What do you want me to do?
Right. Yeah, I was just like, me and Kyle were talking, Kyle Wilson yesterday. We did a video. If you guys haven't checked that out, go to Kyle's channel, check out his interview that he did, that we did. And we talked about that, how, in this point in time, like, you can really see the psychology of the market chart play out. Like, once we get in the bear market, that's when you really see it. When we're in the bull market, everybody's kind of, euphoric and or trying to make the next buck or trying to flip something, right? Everyone's like, yo, that person's making money. Like, like you said, we got carried away into it where we're like, oh yeah, I was holding, I'm sitting pretty right now. But I do see an opportunity to make a quick 10x. It's looking pretty, set in stone. I'm gonna go ahead and take the opportunity.
Exactly.
Once those opportunities are gone, people get really pissed off. Especially they just get butthurt, and they get mad, and they come at the YouTubers all crazy. They stop watching the channel. They start down voting the videos. Exactly. So, like, for me,
to be honest, I don't know how the bigger YouTubers do it.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to ignore the comment section sometimes. There's a lot of trolls in there, and then there's a lot of people just unhappy. And that's the main thing. It's like, and I always tell people, like, if you're unhappy in life, man, you're not gonna make no money either way.
That's facts.
That's
facts. You gotta find a way to just be happy and just be, satisfied with what you're doing as of right now, and potentially just look forward.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I did in my first bear market, because literally when I got into this thing, like, I bought the top. Like, I bought Bitcoin. I watched it at 3,000, went to 6, went around 9,000, got into my ICO, and then literally was waiting for those tokens to come. And by that time, it's like, okay, I started buying Bitcoin at, 13, 14, 15, 16. At that time, it was like the altcoins were, doing the same thing. They were hitting their tops, and then it's like, oh, everything's going down now. I was like, oh, for real? I thought we were going to a $1 trillion market cap or whatever.
And I think that's also something that got me so caught up this cycle, right? Because everyone was talking about, oh yes, we're going to go to 100K Bitcoin. I'm like, okay, yeah, I do. If we're gonna go to 100K Bitcoin, let me start DCAing out of the whole entire market when we had like 70 to 80K.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, we hit 69K, go down a little bit, stay down a little bit, down there a little bit. I still got hope. Then it goes back up. I forgot. Did it go up to like 67 or something? 65?
It bounced back up. Yeah, pretty high.
Yeah, it had like a big bounce. And then from there, I was back again. I was back happy, thinking everything was going to be kosher.
Yeah.
And, we just haven't been able to just rally back up. And that's when I knew it was over.
Yeah.
You still have, like, the thing is, you get like, you get confused, not confused, I would say, but you get led a certain way when you start to, like, see how everyone is feeling in the market. You get to watch these videos, these TA guys. They kind of sway your decision on what you may or may not be doing, because they're like, oh yeah, we just hit the bottom. 60K Bitcoin next week or whatever. You see a bunch of videos like that eventually you should start to see we're in a bear market.
Yeah.
And then I feel bad for, like, the new people that come into the space. They just get caught in that little trap right there, following their biggest, like, the biggest YouTubers, and just going off by their advice. They never make money.
Yeah. And I think that's, like, one of the things, like, for me, that's why on my channel, it's like, I always try to explain to people that, like, these are scenarios, like, if I'm explaining to you something I can see on the chart, and then people get mad by that, they're like, like, are we going to hit 12K? Are we going to hit 60K? This is what the chart is saying. And then people are like, oh, so you're just saying it's going to hit either one, duh. And I'm like, no, bro, you got to learn how technical analysis works, learn about, the different strategies that there are to try to get a sense of how these things are going to happen. Because while I was over here, DCAing out of the market, because I'm just like, okay, bam, damn, it failed that level. Okay, damn, it failed that level. Okay, damn, it failed that level. There was other people who were just sitting there just losing all their money. So
that's why I stay away from talking about Bitcoin and TA and stuff. I literally just try to tell people, if you feel comfortable where you've made a decent amount of money, let's say you feel comfortable with a 5X, take some of your money. Take some of your money.
Always.
Do what you need to do, right? Do whatever you want to do. Go on a little vacation, have fun. and just come back. If it goes up a little bit, you'll be butthurt, but you wouldn't have lost money.
Yeah, missing the opportunity is definitely a lot better than losing money for sure.
And that's why I'm so excited for the next bull run. I'm excited. I now understand where if I set a target in my head and it hits that target, I'm not going to get greedy. Like, it's easy to say that now, but I'll be ready. I'll be ready though. I'll be ready.
I say, look, when it comes to that, times I always tell people this, and even my boys talk about it like this too. It's like you have to have a certain type of percentage that you're looking for, you know, and when you get to that percentage, you don't have to take everything off the table, but you got to take something.
Exactly.
You know, you have to take something. I don't care if you just take your initial off the table so you don't lose any money initially. You know, exactly. when that investment, any investor would do that. You know, you're gonna take your initial investment off the table first. You know, right. and then if everything keeps riding and then it does another 100x, yeah. So what? You know, you didn't lose any money. That's you know.
Yeah, a lot of people understand that though.
Yeah, well, because then watch, rinse, repeat.
Exactly.
Oh yeah. So with that being said, you know, definitely, I like your channel because I can tell, and even talking to you, I can tell that you take time to actually like look into a project that you're putting your money into, and you know, I can tell that like if you're talking about it, more than likely you're like me, more than likely you're invested in it, you know. So it's like, you know, like if you get wrecked and I follow one of your plays, we get wrecked together. So
yeah. 9 out of 10 times, all the projects I talk about is either I have money in it or I'm ready to like get into it.
Yeah.
And I try not to like tell people that I'm in it because I feel like that sways people decision on whether they want to follow the play or not. That's why it's like it's like a gray area when it comes to crypto and making videos on certain projects.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. You know, that's why I just say, you know what, look, if I just try to be transparent, you know, it is what it is. I have people who say, oh, you're only talking about that coin because you're shilling your bags. And I have people say, why are you are you even invested into this? You know, so there's always going to be people kind of doing whatever.
Yeah. Also, with the name Everything, we both got similar names.
Yeah.
So with the name Everything Altcoin, I essentially have to cover essentially every other altcoin.
Yeah.
Especially if I like it, I'm covering it.
Right. Exactly. Same here. If I like it, I'm covering it. So right now, what are, you know, some coins that you're like, and I'll pull them up on the screen, you know, everybody's favorite part of the show right now, you know, some altcoins that, let's talk about some that are like, they don't have to be low caps, but let's talk about some that people may not know about, or some that, you know, might be a little bit
okay. I kind of gave you like a hint of a few of them I've been talking about throughout the video, but I'll start you off with like Crust Network.
Crust,
like, you know, yeah.
Okay, Crust Network. CRU. Okay.
They're looking to be, you know, data storage for the metaverse. They essentially had their hype a long time ago, not a long time ago, but essentially during the whole bull market, as you can see. Especially when the parachains was coming around, they looking to, you know, build on Polkadot and stuff like that. They obtained their parachain. They exploded. Now you can see they're back at a $3 million market cap.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good right there.
As you can see, they're looking to be storage for the metaverse. I covered this on my channel a while ago, a bunch of times before it went on its bull run, and then now that it's like under $10 million market cap. People are going to end up talking about this because you're going to need some place to actually store the data for these metaverses. And Crust is going to look to do that. And especially they're coupled on the Polkadot ecosystem.
Nice. Okay, Crust Network for storage of, I like that. All right, what's another one? Let's
we can go Rocket Pool.
Solid put. Okay, Rocket Pool. I like Rocket Pool.
You know, you got Lido, you got Rocket Pool. These are going to be something that's going to be big for staking Ethereum, especially when 2.0 finally comes out. They're going to be doing some staking for Ethereum 2.0. People are already staking there, so people are going to be loving this. We actually was talking about this on my Discord not too long ago. This is something that a lot of people are going to be looking towards to stake. So exactly, you can stake less than 32 ETH, especially now that you get in a bear market where we may potentially see ETH at like 500. I'm pretty sure you can get ETH. You can start stacking up on ETH right now and be able to get into these staking pools.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, Rocket Pool is another one that I really like, especially because it's going to be allowing everyone to participate in the ETH staking.
So. Exactly.
And then what was the other one you said? You said
the last one I give you, you got both Moonbeam and Moon River. I can actually give you two more. Moonbeam, Moon River. Yeah, they're essentially the same. You know about them? You talk about them?
I've been watching Moonbeam like way before it even released. Yeah, Moonbeam is
okay. I'll give you something else that you probably don't talk about on your channel. It's called Hollow Loop.
Hollow
Loop.
Oh, Hollow Loop.
Yes.
Hollow Loop right here.
All about AR right now.
$1 million.
AR.
Okay, and AR is a space that people haven't really.
Yeah. This is to be transparent. We did get into the private sale of this one, so it's kind of like something that I don't want to really talk about because we got into the private sale, but it's something that is going to be pretty big, especially as AR technology continues to grow. They showed off what Apple was doing with their AR technology and how they're going to try to piggyback off of that later on. So this is something that I believe is going to be pretty big in the future, especially if we're going to look at metaverses. This is going to be there too.
Okay, nice. So speaking of, okay, so me and Kyle, we were talking about, this idea of, metaverses and AR, because like personally, we were trying to debate on which one is going to take off first, right? And I know they kind of go hand in hand, but how do you see the world of AR and how do you see the world of like 3D as different from, because with
Your girl calling you? Your girl calling you?
No, man, this is scam likely. I wish it was, man, but I don't. Nobody call me except scam likely, man. They just call me all day.
Yeah, sorry to cut you off, but what you were saying?
No, but we're talking about metaverses and we're talking about AR. So I think AR for sure is like a very practical thing that we're gonna start seeing pop up in our daily lives, like in the near future.
So AR, I believe, it's hard to say because right now you got things like the Oculus. They're essentially giving off the metaverse vibe if you ever use like the Oculus Rift.
Yeah.
Like I've played it and I like it, but when it comes to AR is something that it's easily accessible. It's going to be on your phone. Snapchat is doing it. TikTok, Instagram, Pokemon Go is the biggest like AR thing out there. So there's going to be some big AR gaming out there that's going to be very accessible to people because they're going to be on their phone. When it comes to like metaverses and stuff, they're going to need something like the Oculus to put on. And the Oculus it's not inexpensive. It's like $300. So some people may not have the money to get like that. When it comes to AR, you just have your phone right there and you might just need to download one app. Mm-hmm. Boom, AR is right there. Yeah. The thing is, I believe when it comes to like connecting a bunch of people, metaverse is going to take over that way. Because you got things like Roblox, which is essentially a metaverse, and in their first I forgot what they call it, their little Roblox meeting, they was talking about metaverses, and that Fortnite is could be a metaverse itself, right? Mm-hmm. Once you incorporate VR into it, you essentially become a metaverse. So Roblox is going to be the one to take off, and that's going to be the biggest one with the kids. Yeah. The Decentraland, you can get that on Oculus as of right now. So when it comes to between those two, I'll probably say we're far off from the metaverse. Mm-hmm. So I would give the edge to AR. Yeah. Because AR is right there. When it comes to full immersion of metaverse, is going to be later on. That's going to be like Ready Player One. We might not see that till like 2028, 2030 or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that's a future thing.
Exactly what my thoughts were. That's exactly what I told him. Like you kind of just repeated everything that I told him yesterday. I was like, AR is right there on your phone. It's easy to do. You see practical applications like, grocery store usage, exactly. Holding your phone in front of an item and stuff like that. But when it comes, he pointed out that when it comes to metaverses, you see things like, virtual classrooms, you know, virtual concerts, virtual nightclubs, stuff like that. So we are, you know, I think they're both a lot closer than people think, but I think they're both two narratives that are pretty much, you know, hand in hand.
Hand in hand, yeah. Which AR may fully take off before Metaverse, which is it's a big possibility, but
yeah,
that's something that we have to see.
Take off before Metaverse, and AR is going to be accompanied with, you know, part of the thing that it all goes hand in hand, and we're just kind of watching it being built, right? So we had NFTs being built, and then now we got AR starting to come around, and the next thing that's going to, for me, I'm looking at it, I'm saying the next thing that's going to happen is we're going to need devices that we can do things with in AR and that we can do things with in the metaverse. So, you know,
Yeah.
IoT is definitely, you know, the next, you know, coming in.
Exactly. Which is things like, you know, you got the Apple glasses, Google glasses.
Yeah.
Those are essentially AR technology.
Right.
And they're not far off.
Also Internet of Things. Like, for example, you have your, you know, imagine you have your Snapchat glasses or your Apple glasses, and then you have another device, say in the grocery store, that when you look at a product tells you a price. Well, your glasses are going to have to talk to that product to let you know that you're standing in front of it. And that's IoT, that's the interconnected devices.
Exactly.
And it all goes hand in hand with NFTs and and everything. So
it's just the evolution of what we're going through right now.
Yeah. So let's get a little bit into NFTs before we get out here. So what's your thoughts on NFTs, and are there any NFT projects that you're looking into? And I know you said you're working on an NFT project, so tell me about that too.
Okay. When it comes to like NFTs, honestly, I feel like NFTs is going to be around forever. They were able to create a big community. I was at NFT NYC, you know, low key. A lot of people don't know I was there. You know, I met a lot of people. I was at the hate party. When you're able to create a community like that,
yeah,
it's hard to just keep that, just to kick that to the curb. NFTs is going to always be here. There's going to be new evolutions of NFTs. Like, I don't know.
Hold on. Let me pause you real quick. Something just like kind of went over my head real quick. So you were at NFT NYC and you're not, so you're not doxxed. And you were hanging, somebody could have been hanging out with one of their favorite YouTubers and not even know it.
I'll be honest, there's only like maybe 10 people that actually know I've been doing YouTube that I met at NFT NYC. I met some people that was actually doing AR technology.
Yeah. Okay.
That's coming out. I've met like a big Twitter female. She actually has a big following. And she's like a board ape. She's like a board ape OG.
Okay.
She actually knows me by face now. We follow each other, but aside from that, no one really knows. I just be there, just chilling.
Nice. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, what were you saying about the NFTs?
Yeah, like you're gonna have evolutions of NFTs. Like I don't know if you've like seen like Vitalik talk about the soulbound tokens.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the new evolution of NFTs, essentially where you have a wallet, which they call is your soul tie. It has like things, your resume, your birth certificate. So NFT technology is just going to continue to grow. There's going to be different iterations of it, but the NFT itself is going to be around. Now, how you use it, it could be in different ways. Like I'm also working with an NFT company called Truffles. They're a cannabis company, and you buy their NFTs, you get essentially passive, you get IP ownership to their strain, and then you're able to get passive rewards from the sales of that strain. And then I've been following other things like Black Genesis. This is like a clothing brand that came out with their own NFTs. Essentially, you own a few of their NFTs, you get like, you know, you get discounts for their clothing line.
Okay.
So NFTs is always going to be around. It created too big of a community that people were yearning for, especially during COVID.
For sure.
Everybody was stuck at home. All you could do is just like talk to people. You buy an NFT, you get like, you know, you get access to their Discord. And you just talking to a bunch of people that you've never met, but you probably even now met at NFT NYC or something like that. So it's a good way to connect people.
Definitely. Yeah, we talked about Twitter Spaces a little bit. I don't think people really, like, people who are on YouTube who are not really on Twitter don't really pay attention to, you know, that community that Twitter Spaces kind of has surrounding it in the NFT space. Like it's pretty crazy. Like, you know, you see like I've had some people, you know, who I've met through the channel and through crypto who we became friends in real life. But on Twitter Spaces, you have people who basically like they become family, talking every day, you know, they help each other out. I've seen crazy stuff happening in Twitter Spaces, and a lot of networking happening in Twitter Spaces, which is definitely cool. And it's kind of all based around the whole NFT space and just people who want to get involved in NFTs, people who are building in NFTs, people who want to learn. So it's definitely a valuable resource in the NFT space. So if you're not on Twitter Spaces, go ahead and check that out. If you're on Twitter, check that out.
And these people want to meet new people, want to meet new creators. They give you the opportunity to like get onto their platform and talk. Like some of these Twitter Spaces that end up having like 300, 500 people in the space, and you could just, if you're coming out with anything in this the time where if you want to create something, you could create it right now and build a community around it.
Easy. Definitely. Easy. And you can get out there and like you said, you can talk to 300 people who are all there to listen to you. And if they like what you're saying, or if they like your project, they'll check out your Twitter, they'll check out your project, they'll follow you. And, you know, you can go from there and build your community that way. And,
exactly.
You know, so I see that being kind of super huge for crypto. Like, I don't think that's going to change in the next bull cycle. I think it's going to just add another new dynamic to everything. We're going to see some pretty interesting things. So I'm excited for the next bull run, man. Excited to finally get you on the channel. Thanks for sharing some of your knowledge, you know, some of your secrets. Where could the people find you at?
Of course. Thank you. Next, you already know you're going to have to come over to the channel, but for people that want to find me, you can find me on Twitter, essentially as everything_alt. You can even find my YouTube channel. It's essentially everything altcoin. And then just come join the Discord. I'm always active in the Discord and just talking in there the most. Growing community of like, let me tell you, I'll give you a little, let's see how many people we got here. Like we're upwards of 500 people in the community. Constantly growing. That's just the people that was just online. But of course, since it's the bear market, a lot of people have left. So if you guys are still active in crypto, just come join the community. Let's talk all about altcoins.
All right. Again, man, thank you for coming to the channel. We'll definitely set that interview up for your channel and get that going real soon. You guys like the video, make sure you subscribe to Everything Altcoin. Leave a comment in the comment box about anything you would like us to talk about or make a video about in that interview. Yeah. Till next time. Peace.